The first thing you want to do is clean your surface. I'm going to use this whiteboard just for demonstration, and I'm going to spray it with some Windex just to clean off any like dusty debris or anything that is on here. But this surface is very similar to like your car or your window, and so I'm going to just try to get off any dust. I'm not going to worry about the marker because this is just for demonstration purposes. But anyway, so nice and clean. Make sure there's no dust, and then just let it air out because see, all this dirt won't allow our decal to stick. So usually when you get your decal, it comes in rolled up in a box just like this. I'm using a smaller one, but usually ours are giant ones like 50-inch. And so what can happen during transit is that maybe USPS or UPS or the post office can probably damage your box, and so you might get some creases. All right, we're going to be doing the wet method of application, and so you remove this sticker part, and let's go ahead. We're going to cut this down to about halfway just so we can, it's not going to fit on my entire board here. So we are going to begin by what I like to do first is to even out my decal on my transfer tape. So just those little creases that you might be experiencing, this is where you kind of remove them. Okay, so, and you also make sure that when you peel this back, it's exactly on your transfer tape where you want it to be. Okay, so before we peel that off, we want to do a wet method of application. You can use water and soap. I'm just going to be using Windex. That's what I have on hand. And I'm going to apply a good amount of Windex. And this dries up because it has alcohol, so you want to do it within the next, 5 minutes or so. Okay, so we are removing the backing. You toss that, and this is the part that we will be adhering. Once you put this down, kind of stretch it out as max as you can and kind of move it around so it gets nice and wet all over. And then I'm using the line to kind of apply, but once this is on here, you can still move it around. So if you're like, oh man, I messed up, that's not where I wanted, this is a good way to do that. So once you have it there, you can start removing the water or the Windex from underneath. Okay, and then I'm going to use a paper towel or I have a piece of fabric here to help. I just want to get rid of all the excess all around. Just like that. Just because I don't want it to get all messy for me here. And then with my squeegee, I'm going to start removing the water. And this is very helpful to eliminate any water or bubbles that can be very annoying when you do a decal. So I'm going to press all the water out of underneath my decal. All you have to do is hold it and peel back from the opposite end. And kind of hold it down as you're peeling back. Just like that. And go slow. You don't have to do it super fast. If you go very slow like this, that's perfectly fine as well. And this is actually a piece of lint. It's not part of this. So anything that gets stuck, so you can roll slowly. And as you can see, there are no bubbles. Okay, so we'll keep going and do this very slow. And it's still wet a little bit in the bottom, especially like in this area right here. So it looks like I eliminated all the bubbles from underneath here, so there is no water there. But in between the gaps, like this new gap that I'm coming up here, there could be a little bit of water, and that's no biggie. You just kind of push it away. It's Windex, so again, it's alcohol. It'll go ahead and dry up pretty fast. So let's keep going. And then when you come up on a little piece, just remember to hold it down. And very slowly until you get to the end. Go slow the whole way. Okay, and that is it.